Our next speaker is Davide Montesin, the CEO of CatchSolve, a startup that's located here in Tech Park. And he will tell us about soft tools and AI to audit e-commerce food regulation. Welcome on stage.
Okay, thank you very much. Welcome to SFSCon. Today I will explain you some prototype we have done using artificial intelligence and testing. First, some words about us. So we are a startup in Tech Park for 5 years, and what we do is innovation software and testing. We are specialized in different activity, prototype development, testing, data testing, and so on. And thinking about what we can do, for example, new variants of the product, we see that food regulation has some nice law that we take as challenge to check and prove. Let's make an example. Here, I think you see each day, when you buy products, you have the list of the ingredients, and this list can be not right freely, but must comply with some Italian EU law. I don't know if you already know, but as you see, not all the texts has the same style, for example. And this is not casual, let's say. Another things, always again, these regulations, is that the same rules that works for physical product also must be compliant even for food that is sold online. So the regulation is, let's say, is the same. Is quite the same because, for example, there are some exceptions. For example, the deadline of the product. Also, when you have a physical product, also you have a deadline. If you is an online list, you don't have exactly one deadline because it's a stock of product. So let's go a bit more in deeper. So if you sell product, maybe you must know these laws that will exactly explain what should be done when you sell products, let's say, in shops or online. Let's make some example. I have taken some extract to a little understand because the document is very, very big. Maybe I can be even used to read the document and then extract some important part. But as you see here, there are some a list of requirements. So the name of the elements, the ingredients. So this is required. Let's say, for example, if you sell food product on a website or on an e-commerce, missing list of ingredients is not permitted. So you should even pay attention on technical error, not only error that you make intentionally, but even error that come from mistakes or bug and so on. Quantity, the deadline, I said before, except for the online shops. And the name of the producer of this product and so on. So there are some lists. There is a more important list because this has health consequence, no? And are the allergens. So part of the food product that can, in some people, create problems or health problems. And these additional requirements should be applied for allergens. And as you see here, we have before maybe seen that the style of the ingredients was not always the same. And as the regulations say, the type of the text of allergens should be different from normal ingredients. So we can step back. As you see, here was used bold and all uppercase to differentiate. So if you don't already know, now you know that these are ingredients that you should check if you have some allergies. And in this case, for the online version was the uppercase use. The law does not say that you can split the two lists. So making maybe first the list of ingredients and then the list of allergens is not good. It should be one list, but with different text style. And okay, this I have already seen. And the law even say about fine if you don't follow this regulation. So if by some reason, not as I say before, always voluntary, so even if there is a mistake and so on, missing ingredients okay, can be that the check of the Guardia di Finanza, I don't know how to say, can provide you some fine. For the allergens, the fine are higher because also we can understand that missing allergens can have more consequence. And okay, there is a range of fine you will pay in this case. Okay, and so for us that we do quality checking for software, website data was even interesting to understand how to check this information maybe on a website. And as we do automated testing, the idea is not to check manually one page by page, let's say, no? But try, for example, to check all the chocolate product I have on the website, for example. Okay, so instead of making it so hand by hand, let's try to automate it. And so grabbing the ingredients from a page can be done with, let's say, traditional testing tool, so you can scrape web page to analyze for problem and so on, but even to extract some text part. What we have seen, it's sometimes even necessary to point the tool to understand which is the part of, for example, of the ingredients. And then, maybe back here, and then the AI has some intelligence about what ingredient is, what an allergen is. And so let's the artificial intelligence to check if the list complete with the law. So before we instruct the artificial intelligence was the requirements, so name, description, ingredients, allergens with different style and so on. And then let's make check. Okay, so I have bring some screenshot. For example, we have in this case, a very simple chatbot that we use for interact with the user or to make some different checking. In this case, we not only check the food regulation, but even errors as more traditional for service, accessibility, and so on. Let's see what's the AI will respond in this case. The AI has scrapped the web page, and he has read the ingredients. He has reported again. So what says reading, and at the end, from the ingredients list, it appears that allergens are written in uppercase as required. So he say, okay, this list, from my point of view or from the information I have, is fine. As I said before, we do many checks. So, for example, in this case, even some technical problems are reported. For example, file to load some resource and so on. In this case, was only one interaction, but you can then go further. For example, if there is some error in the ingredients here, or you can even ask the AI, please propose me the solution, for example, or help me with the solution. Another things that can be interesting using AI, in this case, I even asked it, can you please rewrite the description, in this case, of the product that is more, that help me to sell more of this product of chocolate, for example. And so he gives some hints, for example, to focus on the multiple version of the chocolate and so on. Another thing that can be even used is does not use in this case AI, but sometimes was reported to me even that can be nice to, for example, monitor the price of this product, not only on my eShop, for example, but even with my competitor to see if they, for example, make an offer, and so I can maybe react and adjust my price. Okay, this was the prototype we have done to check this possibility, and yes, what's you can learn for this. Also, it can be interesting to use some scraping tools with AI to check even regulations. In this case was food regulation, and in this case the advantage is that can be run automated. Running automated means you run a scan of the entire e-commerce, and then the result point you on the 2-3 products that might be suspicious, and that you can double check. Okay, thank you for the attention.
Thank you, Davide. So, is there any question from the audience? No, but I think it's really interesting because you can apply. Do you think you can apply this AI tool to the food sector, to other sectors?
Yes. One similar is clothes. No? So you can even check here. There are even some labels and some regulation. These can be another things to check, for example.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you very much.